With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Jackson. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Lamar changing the play. First down, here's Mitchell. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take us across the 50 and down to the 44. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Throwing is Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Jackson's going to keep it. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
This guy can be everywhere. Kyle Hamilton getting there to drop him for a loss.
22-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off. But he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
In motion left, Bateman.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep.
Well, for the Ravens, Charles, starting 2023 here at home, You know, for a long time, the future of Lamar Jackson seemed to be kind of up in the air, at least in terms of would he be a Raven. But number 8 is out there, and you can bet that makes a lot of folks happy here in Baltimore.
Starting with Lamar Jackson, who wanted to be a Raven. He didn't want to be anywhere else. Second, how about the head coach, John Harbaugh? Now they'll just retool the offense a little bit.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Jackson now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Derek Stingley, he got there in a hurry, and he earns the TFL.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Back to throw. Flushed out right. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0 like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal.
Fowler shows there that he is a student of the craft. His mentality is simply, I'm going to take the football away from defenders. A tenacious player and almost a clone of Steve Smith Sr., somebody else who had some really good seasons in Baltimore.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Delson in motion. Right back to Singletary on 2nd down.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Stroud on 3rd down now.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 50 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 15 yards.
And the Ravens are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Tucker with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
19 Lions.
And Stroud now to throw.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Come on.
3rd and 19.
19, Tiger. 19, 5 here.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And a round is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Hold it ready. Dragon 60. Turn 19. Hurry.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Jackson.
And this is into the hands of Andrews down
downfield. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Justin Tucker to kick off Baltimore.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Third down and 13.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Stroud to throw it. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that, and what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful. Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 17. 20.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here. Caught by Woods. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Stroud. That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Stroud will look to throw once more. He's got it to Collins, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, this score here, this one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Desmond King picks it. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Trick the Eagles! Trick the Eagles! Drop 60! Drop 60!
Stroud off the play fake. This is caught. It's Woods. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. He got 29 yards that time. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be our first chance in the new season to see the new fair catch rule for 2023. And this will come out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Play action. Stroud now. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation. A top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he...
Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set For the fourth quarter, a very one-sided affair. The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Stroud. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Trenton Simpson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw is Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now Lamar changing the look. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Ravens are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he returns this to the 22.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Seems pretty obvious defensively. The key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him about the 43. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Mustang 19. 18, Pioneer.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Well, give them credit. They're going to stay and fight this out to the end. Fourth down, you've got to go for it. And they not only convert, but pick up some good yardage as well.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Stroud. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
Singletary, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the Ravens 1-yard line.
Street, 79 Broncos.
Stroud looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone.
Go Street. Ready.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. That's good for 28 yards. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
36 yards on the play.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw, escaping the pressure right. And now here's another interception. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, I have to say that I've never, ever seen this one before. They get the interception, but instead of taking the football, they accept the penalty.
But, Brandon, you ever heard the term overthinking it? Because that's what it feels like to me. They had the interception. Why are you going to turn that one back? I'm really curious to hear what the explanation would be for making that decision.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown This thing is ugly. Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be taken in just shy of the goal line. Fair catch will move this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about